You get a whole lot of that. We had an interesting clip, which I think we'll show now. This was produced by some friends of mine up at Thistle Channel, which is way up in the north of Scotland. Mm. And actually, what we actually are about to see is a shopping centre in Inverness. Thanks to this for Colin Wilson of ChristiansTogether.net. But they went out last weekend, I think it was, to talk with shoppers. Plenty of snow around. What did they think? What were they thinking about shopping, about Christmas and things in general? Let's watch this for a while.
Well, we're here on the second last Saturday before Christmas comes upon us, and we're here in the Inverness Eastgate shopping mall, just taking in some of the action, speaking to some of the people who are shopping, and listening to some of the musicians and singers who are using this time to spread the good news.
Well, I think this is the really significant time of the year for us as Christians. We're out here in the Eastgate Centre. We're just wanting to proclaim the joy of Christmas, really, that it's the time of year when we celebrate the birth of Jesus, the Lord of the whole world. And we want to very much share that with not just a church and a church building, but out here in the marketplace.
And is this something you do regularly?
Well, we've been here, this is probably about our 7th or 8th year coming out into this area, and it's a fantastic opportunity, just a number of people, just for those of us who are not singing, just meeting and chatting with lots of people just passing through. It's fantastic. As a church, we've been very involved with the Vine Trust, which particularly focuses on street children in Peru, and we're currently involved in helping to support 6 children's homes, and we have 2 medical ships that we're linked to through the Vine Trust, providing a medical service for 100,000 people, and so we've got a number of collectors out today trying to get money to support what we think is a really important cause.
Christmas to me is too commercial.
Too commercial?
Too many people, too much spending, not enough joy and giving and happiness.
It's good for bringing families together and get closer to your friends and family.
Well, I like to spend Christmas with my family, these are my sisters, and just time to come together and give presents and stuff.
Just about everything. It's happy time for children, and we try to remember why we have Christmas, and yes, I enjoy it.
To get together with the family, to show how much you love them. I think it's a special time of year. That's my favourite time.
Well, it is. It's all about giving, isn't it? It's all about seeing people smiling, seeing, everybody pulling together, looking after each other.
Time to get spend time with your family and friends, and give presents and have Christmas dinner, I don't know.
Well, we hope that even just for a few seconds as they've passed by, that it will just strike a chord in their hearts, and certainly the older traditional carols there got quite a response, as did some of the more upbeat African ones, and we hope they just go away with a wee bit of a skip in their step, and maybe a few of the words of Scripture there in their hearts, and who can say what effect it has? It's just all seeds, isn't it, that are planted.
Because people are just selling loads and loads of, Christmas decorations and things with Santa on. It's not really about what it was supposed to be about in the first place.
How many people believe in God and Jesus and the birth of Jesus? I don't know. Well, how many people care?
He was born on Christmas, and he's God's son.
Yeah,
I know, that's all I know.
And he died. He got harmed.
He died on the cross.
They had a Christmas. So when Jesus was born, and us giving presents to the children is like him giving the gift of life to them.
So you would still see Jesus as a central part of Christmas?
Oh, definitely, yes.
I would say, if I could use the commonly used phrase, don't forget the reason for the season. It's really about the birth of Jesus and the celebration of the birth of Jesus. And I don't think anybody has a right to take that away. We can have Christmas holidays sometime, or winter holidays at times, but Christmas is really about the birth of Jesus.
Well, I believe Christmas is about the real meaning of Christ in Christmas. We have hope to live a life in this earth and for the future. There's a place we're going, where there's no more sickness and no more disease, and we're going there. But to come and worship and sing and watch people, it's lovely watching people singing about the Lord in such a situation, because a lot of folk have heartache today and care and anxiety, but they're walking around, and we hope we bring some life to that, to let you see your life's not over because you're unfit or you can't do something. It's in God, the peace of God that passes understanding. You know, it says it keeps your heart and mind in the love of God. I say it'll keep my heart wise and good, and it'll keep my mind at peace.
I think there is also a growing group of people who forget about what it, or don't want to remember what it's about, will not acknowledge that. I think there's a growing trend to make it more neutral, so to speak, more of a winter holidays than a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ.
You see all the shoppers, Sheila, there's more to this than just Christmas.
More to this than Christmas singing and Christmas carols. It's a hope in your heart. Jesus is the reason for the season. That's what they say, don't they? And I think when folk recognise that, it's not the money. They can do without a gift, but the gift of Jesus and the gift of God's love that brings that peace to the human heart is what we really need.
Well, thanks for that, and I think we should say hi to all our viewers up there in the north of Scotland and indeed the south of Scotland. I think you are sort of having the brunt of the weather, and I know I've spoken to one or two of you today. You're still snowed in. Some of you got out. Great to see you out there at the shopping centre sharing. Very interesting to hear some of those comments from people. I mean, it's something we've been talking about for the last 2 or 3 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Christmas is special, and if we just make it about buying, rushing here, buying these things, we're missing out on the central person, the relationship.